Hey guys, let's get more news about Miami Heat, but first, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a like. Erik Spoelstra's monster Bam Adebayo take will fire up Heat fans. During the Miami Heat's loss to the Cleveland Cavaliers on Wednesday night, one bright side was the performance of star Bam Adebayo, who has been in a resurgence. As the Heat's big man had a slow start to the season, his year has turned around, leading to a high praise by head coach Erik Spoelstra. In the loss to Cleveland, where Miami once again blew a lead late in the game, Adebayo finished with a career-high 34 points, shooting 11 of 18 from the field and 3 of 5 from three-point range. To go along with 12 rebounds, 5 assists, and 2 steals, Spoelstra would say how much of a monster Adebayo has been for the team, according to the Miami Herald. "Bam has been a monster for us," Spoelstra said. "He's doing it on both ends. He's scoring, facilitating, handling, organizing our offense and scoring at the end of offense." The turnaround would come about once the starting lineup was vastly changed, moving Adebayo to the power forward slot while putting rookie Kel'el Ware at center in January. Adebayo would attribute the move as changing his year since it let a load off me. "It gave me more energy to play offense," Adebayo said. "I'm not in every pick and roll." Obviously, he's guarding the 5, the center. A lot of 4-men, power forwards, don't and do the things that 5s do. For me, it definitely let a load off me where I definitely could focus more on scoring. The Heat's captain started the season averaging under 16 points per game through the first 40 games, but looking at the last 19 since Ware has been in the starting lineup, it's just above 21 points per game. Even with the shooting percentages, he had ranked towards the bottom in true shooting percentage and 45.4% from the field in those first 40 contests, but in the last 19, it's at 55.1. "I feel like we all go through that stretch," Adebayo said about his rough start. "It's a part of basketball. If you ask anybody have they ever had a tough day at their job, they're going to be like, yeah. That 1 month was very tough for me. I kept the same approach, didn't let it get to me." A lot of people would be like, "What's wrong? He's not who he is." But narratives flip. Adebayo seemed to be never worried that the slump would continue for the remainder of the season, going as far as to say that the negativity doesn't help himself and his mindset to get better. "We are talking about 6 years, an expletive, 6 years body of work, from the time I started playing basketball until that point," Adebayo said. "I'm going to let a month span of the basketball not going in affect me?" Aside from the offensive resurgence, Adebayo broke the Heat record for most double-doubles all time, as the 27-year-old has been hitting this stride at the right time. Adebayo would go as far as to say that the reason for the slump was simply that the shot just wasn't going in. "It was not me committing reckless turnovers or not doing my job on defense. I'm doing everything else. The shot just wasn't going in, and you live with that," Adebayo said. "You have to be optimistic about it, because if you let it, it can get to you. You also can start failing at other areas of your job. I wear a lot of hats here. If something is not working, I can't just focus on that one thing. I've got a lot of other things and a lot of other people to worry about." Even besides the offensive slump, Adebayo has continued to be an elite defender, with some saying he could be the best in the league. One who agrees is new teammate Davon Mitchell, who mentioned how Adebayo can guard any position while also praising his leadership. "He can guard from the Joel Embiids to the Shai Gilgeous-Alexanders," Mitchell said. "If you can guard those guys, I feel you're the best defender in the league. He can be physical with the best of them. He can block shots, can make the shot hard on the perimeter, he can move his feet. He's the leader on the team." At any rate, Adebayo looks to continue his renaissance as Miami returns home to take on the Minnesota Timberwolves Friday. Tyler Herro, Andrew Wiggins headline lengthy Heat injury report versus Timberwolves. As the Miami Heat take on the Minnesota Timberwolves on Friday night, the team once again features a lengthy injury report filled with key players. With the Heat's injury woes continuing, such names as Tyler Herro, Andrew Wiggins, and others are in doubt for the contest as the team looks to snap a 2-game skid. Herro missed the loss to the Cleveland Cavaliers Wednesday night due to what was labeled as a head cold, as he is questionable with the same listing. He's Miami's lone all-star this season, as he's in the midst of his best year yet with the team, so losing him any game will be a tough hill to climb. As for Wiggins, he's missed the last 4 games with a right ankle sprain, as he is once again questionable along with Jamie Jaquez Jr., who has the same issue and missed the last 3 contests. One crucial player who won't play Friday is rookie Kel'el Ware, who deals with a left knee sprain and will miss his 3rd straight game. The Heat rookie didn't play the majority of the heartbreaking loss to the New York Knicks on March 2, which was a questionable decision for some towards head coach Erik Spoelstra. However, while he would end up being injured, Spoelstra would say after the game that he was fine. During the Heat's loss to the Cavs on Wednesday night, it featured another time where the team had a late lead blown where they ended up losing the game. However, the team was without Herro, Ware, Jaquez, Wiggins, and Nikola Jovic, who is still out with a broken hand. The Heat's new double-double leader all-time Bam Adebayo had a fantastic game where he scored a career-high 34 points on 11 for 18 shooting from the field, making 3 of his 5 attempts from deep. Going along with 12 rebounds, 5 assists, and 2 steals, Adebayo explained why the defeat was tough according to the Miami Herald. "It's tough when you're down dudes and still have a chance to win and it slips out of your hands," Adebayo said. "As you see, we can hang with the best of them." Even with the loss, Spoelstra found the bright side, saying that he has been seeing improvements according to the Sun-Sentinel. "There's been intention from the players to really try to help each other get good shots," Spoelstra said. "I really love that quality about this team. There's significant improvement on both sides of the ball. Defensively, we're playing way more consistently, making it tough. And then offensively, we've probably had the biggest jumps of improvement the last 3 weeks. The pain's got to hurt enough to put us over the top," Spoelstra continued. At any rate, Miami is 28-31, which puts them 7th in the East before Friday's game against Minnesota as they start a 5-game homestand. Davion Mitchell addresses whether he wants to stay with the Miami Heat long-term. "I feel like Davion Mitchell made the move to the Miami Heat at the trade deadline, with PJ Tucker sent in the opposite direction. Mitchell has made a positive impression so far, hitting a unique stat line for the team that only LeBron James and Jimmy Butler had previously achieved. The Heat are the 3rd team of Davion Mitchell's career, after he was drafted by the Sacramento Kings in 2021 with the 9th overall pick. Davion Mitchell will become a free agent this summer, after failing to come to terms on an extension with the Raptors last year. And while he will be able to test the market, Davion Mitchell says he would be very happy to continue with the Miami Heat. Speaking to 5 Reasons Sports, Mitchell explains how he is enjoying his time with the team. He said, "I feel like every day is like, I just try to be the best player I can be, like I said before, no matter where it takes me. I was never really upset about being, not saying traded, because at the end of the day, it's like, there's only a couple people in the league that's been on the team for their whole career, right? Like, there's only been a couple people, and that's we can name them on our hands. And so for me, it's just like, if I can be in the NBA, be the best player I can be, if it's here somewhere else, like, I just love playing the game of basketball. Like, obviously I want to be here. I want to be a part of this culture. I want to be a part of the system. I feel like I thrive here more than everywhere else, honestly." And you, fan? What do you think about the situation of Davion Mitchell? Write to us in the comments.